dedication to this project and working with me for the last year. I did a graphic identity for the Cosmopolitan Quilt Company. They are located in Petaluma, California. They are new and they are small. It is ran by a mother-daughter duo. They thought to themselves one night while drinking Cosmos for the umpteenth time, why don't we sell our patterns? We do this every weekend, our family loves them, why not? So they decided to sell wholesale. However, they have a couple problems. They don't have a storefront, so they don't get people walking by looking at their brand. They don't have an online presence, which is actually crucial to them since they want to advertise to people who are younger than 50 years old. And they also have a current logo, but I consider it to be a little clip-arty, and it doesn't convey the modern or fun aspect that they want. So the solution to their problem is to create 3 logo concepts in the first semester. From that, we develop one final logo. We apply it to stationery and revamp their packaging. We create a website and develop promotionals so that they can have their logo on anything and everything they would like. I also created a graphic standards guide so that when I'm done designing for them, which hopefully I will continue, they can continue what I've created and keep the brand consistent and apply it in a consistent kind of way. So how I did it was over the last year, I developed, I think about like 3 schedules with them and for each semester and winter break. And I ended up talking with them and seeing what they wanted to have the logo be. And from there I did research, I sketched, I met with my peers and my client and my advisor multiple times to do critiques and revisions. I learned for the website, I did tutorials and 101s for things I didn't quite know. And I learned how to do some testing and proofing to make sure that the final product was final. So the design process begins with research. I researched other quilt companies. I researched Cosmos and ordered a few. And from there I developed an ideation, and you list out what you want your logo to convey. And so I have things on here like fun and modern and quilting and sewing and needles and things like that. From there I developed, I believe it was 30 logo concepts. From there I went digital. And so here are 3 of the final concepts. You can see the final set is on the right-hand side. And we work in black and white and eventually move into color. Here's the final set mounted for presentation with my client, and it's applied onto stationery, including a letterhead and an envelope and a business card. And here's the final selection. Ta-da! Then I applied it to stationery, and they wanted their business cards to be a little bit more flashy, and so I did a black background, and if you come to my poster session, you can see the metallic ink that they decided to use. It's pretty cool. The packaging is a half-letter 8.5, or a half-letter 8.5 by 11. It's a half-letter booklet that has the instructions for what to do with their quilt pattern, how to make the quilt pattern, and how to sew, and all these sorts of things. So it's actually pretty easy. So they don't sell a quilt, they sell you the resource to make your own quilt. So you can really do whatever you want with it. Okay, and the website is live, and it's at cosmoquilts.com, and it is responsive. It has e-commerce. It's used with the content management system WordPress, so it's easy for them to edit, and they don't need to know too much code. And it also has social media integration, which is very important for their target audience. So some promotional and environmental design that I did was a t-shirt, so they could wear it at quilting conventions, a reusable bag so their customers can buy their fabric and put it in their Cosmo Quilt bag, and then also onto a delivery truck, so when they go nationwide, they'll have something to advertise while they're driving across the country. And also they drive a nice little black car, so I designed a little mock-up for that too. And the graphic standards guide, again, it's a consistent way to apply the logo. So it's not just, oh, let's put the logo here and there. It's these are the colors you use, these are the fonts you use. It goes into the kinds of fonts that you should be using for your packaging. It goes into, well, what if I don't have these fonts? Well, let's find a good one to use instead. And then, so the tools I used was Illustrator to develop the logo and the quilt patterns. I traced it with the Wacom drawing tablet from the original template that my client had to make it look a little bit better. I used InDesign, but moved into Pages for the packaging so they could have a cost-affordable template system for their future packagings. I used Photoshop and a DSLR camera for all photos and editing. I used WordPress, HTML5, and CSS3 to develop the website. And I used, this is very important for my client, I used email, FaceTime, and Google Drive since they are about 200 miles away. running up there on the weekend is, I mean, I have homework, right? So what I learned that contracts are very important and they're the foundation of the project. And if there's holes in the contract, there may or may not be holes in your project. I learned that making a CMS system in WordPress is really user-friendly. I've touched into Drupal a little bit before, but it gets really complicated, and I know my client would probably have a hard time with it. I learned that templates are easy to help the client produce new packages without taking up too much time. I learned that graphic standards is really important for the logo, so it's not misused in any sort of way. I also learned that FaceTime saves time. So again, instead of driving to Petaluma on the weekends with traffic and going through the city and all these sorts of things, I can just sit in my living room and do a critique, and I can like really see how they feel about the logo without being like, oh well, I don't know what your email